So data mostly like they are of three types: continuous, for discrete. The third is ordinal. So supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Okay. So types of data. So data mostly like they are of three types. So first is continuous, second is discrete, and third type I don't consider it, but okay, let's say there was a third type called ordinal values. Now what happens in continuous? So continuous, for example, height, okay, weight. These kinds of data, they are continuous in nature. Like you can't say that okay, height can be only 5.1, 5.2. No, it can be like as detailed as possible. Okay, you don't know 5.123, depends on the precision of the machine. Same way, weight also. Okay, so it's like that. So height and weight, these comes under continuous. So continuous data means that your data is it belongs to a range of numbers. Okay, and there is no count of how many unique values there can be. Okay, so that's the definition of continuous data. Is this clear? For discrete, color. So color can be red, blue, green, things like that. Okay, and in a single data set, you can count that okay, if there will be a color variable, you can count that okay, these many values are there for colors. Okay, so this is countable. Is raining, if you have is raining column, okay, so it will just say that okay, it can be either yes, no, or let's say maybe. Okay, so there can be three values for is raining. So this is also a discrete column, okay, or discrete data. And one more thing, so in discrete data there is no relation, so you cannot say red is greater than blue or blue is less than green. You cannot say that. Okay, every value is considered as equal. Okay, so that's why this is called discrete data. Same way here also, you cannot say that okay, yes is greater than no, no is greater than maybe, no. Okay, now third is ordinal. So here let's say rating. Okay, rating. Now rating can be between like it can be 0 to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is countable. I can say that okay, ratings can be between this only 0 to 5. That's all. Okay, my user cannot give me 1.5 star. My user can only give me 2 star, 3 star. Okay, not in decimal points. So rating data will be it's kind of discrete, but you will see that here we can make relation. So 0 is greater than, sorry, 0 is less than 1. Okay, 2 is less than 5. We know that. Okay, we can make relation. Okay, so this is discrete, this is continuous, this is ordinal. Any doubt, guys?
No, it's clear.
Clear.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Okay. Now it depends on the type of problem that you get. So usually you get this. Usually you deal with supervised learning. Okay, and this is what you'll mostly focus on. So I'll tell you what supervised learning is. Okay. So when you have data like this, so you will have x1, x2, x3. These will be your columns in the data. And then you have a variable called y. Okay. So y is your target variable. Okay. Like target means that what you have to predict. X1, X2, X3, these are your input columns, or you say features, or you also call independent column. Okay. So these are independent column, and this y is the dependent column. Okay. So y is the one that we try to predict based on the value of x1, x2, x3. Okay. So if you get this kind of data, it comes under supervised learning. What is unsupervised learning? In unsupervised learning, you won't be having y. That's it. This will be your data. You don't have y. Okay. So this is called.
So in unsupervised learning, it's data without labels. Okay. So supervised learning will be kind of problem like, okay, you will be given a data and you have to create a model for predicting, let's say, price of the house. You will get a data, you have to predict price of the car. Okay. You will get some data in the sense past labeled data. Okay, labeled data like data for which you know the answer. Okay, that is labeled data. Okay, so you know that this is the past data, and in the past for these inputs, this was the output. For these inputs, this was the output. You know that. You know the answer for some of them. Okay, this is supervised learning. Okay, where you will be guided, your model will be guided with the correct answers in the past, and it will predict the correct answer in the future. Okay, without looking at the answer. It's like the normal school test that we give. Okay, we try to learn from the notebook, that we have. We learn everything. We know the question. We know the answer. Now, when we go in the classroom, anything can be asked. Okay, not the same question, but anything can be asked. But we are trained enough now. We know what the answer will be. Okay, so we are able to answer that. Coming to unsupervised learning. Now, you must be thinking how we will be able to predict, like what to predict. Here, we just know the input values, what to do with these. Okay. So the problem comes like kind of problem we solve here is clustering kind of thing. Okay. So in one of my internship, I worked on a project called customer segmentation. Okay. So my problem was that, okay, you will get the behavioral features of the customer. Behavioral features in the sense how customer behave. So I got recency, frequency, and monetary value. Like when was the customer last visited our website, number of days before, and monetary mein how much money he or she spent in our site, and frequency means how many times that user came to visit our website. So these were the three features I had, and I don't have any why. I just have these three. Now what to do? So they wanted to segment their customers into different groups so that so that they can perform separate marketing strategies for each group. Okay. So that was the task. Now, what I did was I did a clustering algorithm. Okay. So I'll just cluster. So if I plot graph, so it will look like this in a 3-dimensional axis. Okay. Based on 3 features. So it will be kind of a graph like this. So I'll say that, okay, this is my first cluster. This is my second cluster. This is my third cluster. And I define the value. Okay. This cluster has high frequency but low monetary value. This customer has low recency value. That means this cluster visited a long time ago. Okay, they have they have not came since then. Okay, same way this cluster has let's say high monetary value. These are our rich customers. So these kind of analysis is important. And now coming to the subcategories. So for unsupervised learning, as of now, I'm just writing clustering, but there are more. For supervised, there are 2 types: regression and classification. And these will be the 2 major categories we will learn. So we have covered types of data. We have covered this.